I welcome you to this session of ISO 45001 2018, and today we are going to discuss clause number 7.5.3, control of documented information. So as usual, first of all I will read out the requirement to you as given in the standard. Clause 7.5.3, control of documented information. Documented information required by the Occupational Health and Safety Management System and by this document shall be controlled to ensure A. It is available and suitable for use where and when it is needed. B. It is adequately protected, for example, from loss of confidentiality, improper use, or loss of integrity. For the control of documented information, the organization shall address the following activities as applicable: distribution, access, retrieval and use, storage, preservation including preservation of legibility, control of changes, for example version control, retention and disposition. Documented information of external origin determined by the organization to be necessary for the planning and operation of the occupational health and safety management system shall be identified as appropriate and controlled. And there are two notes below this. Note 1 says, access can imply a decision regarding the permission to view the documented information only, or the permission and authority to view and change the documented information. And note 2 says, access to relevant documented information includes access by workers and where they exist, workers' representatives. So we are going to now discuss this clause in more detail. So clause number 7.5.3, control of documented information. Now, as all of us are aware, the documented information consists of two things. One is the documentation. That means your procedures, work instructions, Apex manual, and any other document which is related to the occupational health and safety management system. And the second is documented information means the records that you create for the activities carried out by the organization. So the documented information has got two aspects. One is the documents, which are reference documents, and the other is the records created by the organization while doing the activities. Now let us come to the requirement. Documented information required by the Occupational Health and Safety Management System and by this document shall be controlled. Now here the requirement says that the documents shall be controlled. Documents means the reference documents as well as the records. They shall be controlled. Why they should be controlled? To ensure A. It is available and suitable for use where and when it is needed. So this is the very first requirement, that control means that the documents are available and they are also updated and suitable for use, duly approved and all that, and where and when they are needed. So at whatever point of time they are needed, they should be available. Now B says it is adequately protected, for example, from loss of confidentiality, improper use or loss of integrity. Now loss of confidentiality means that the document should remain confidential. That means only limited to the people to whom it has been provided for following that document or for implementation of that document. And improper use or loss of integrity. Improper use means not used properly. That means either not used carefully, that means used carelessly so that it gets spoiled, and also the integrity, that means the truthfulness of this document should not be changed in any case. That means whatever is the original content of the document, that is not supposed to be changed by anybody. That means the integrity of the document is supposed to be maintained. Now, for the control of the documented information, the organization shall address the following activities as applicable. That means these are the things which the organization is supposed to control. The distribution, the access. Distribution means to whom it will go, who all are the people who are going to receive this document. Access, that means who all are eligible to have access to this documented system, access to the documentation. And retrieval and use, the document, if it is to be retrieved and used, who is authorized to do that? So this has got to be controlled. Second thing is storage. It's storage. It has to be stored in a manner so that it does not get spoiled. It does not get harmed in any way. So storage and preservation has to be taken care, including preservation of legibility. That means the document should always remain legible. If by any chance the document does not remain legible because of anything, maybe it has been erased or defaced or whatever may be the reason, then it has to be replaced with the document which is legible. So, the storage and preservation includes the preservation of legibility. The document should be readable, it should be legible. Next is control of changes. That means if you are going to make any changes, then those changes have to be done in a controlled manner. Every time you will be changing the version number of the document and the date of the document and the person who is now authorizing the document. So the document, the changes have to be done in a controlled number, and the version control has got to be exercised. Next is retention and disposal. How long we are going to retain these documents? So we have to indicate in the master list of documents, we have to indicate the age of the document, for what period we are going to retain them, and how we are going to dispose them of. So the method of disposal and also the age of the document has got to be specified by the organization. Now further on, the requirement is documented information of external origin determined by the organization to be necessary for planning and operation of the occupational health and safety management system shall be identified as appropriate and controlled. So till now we were talking about the internal documentation which the organization has developed for use within the organization. Now we are talking of external documentation, like some standards or any reference documents or any laws or any other document which does not belong to the organization. It comes from outside. It is external to the organization. So all the external documents which are used by the organization, they have got to be documented. That means there has to be a proper list of all those documents, and they have to be controlled. That means periodically they have to be checked whether they are the latest updated version or not. So the documented information of external origin as determined by the organization to be necessary for planning and operation of the occupational health and safety management system, it shall be identified as appropriate and also controlled as we discussed. That means the information must always remain the latest and only the updated version has to be maintained. The obsolete version has to be discarded by the organization. Now we come to the last two notes. Note 1 says, access can imply a decision regarding the permission to view the documented information only. That means a person, if he is allowed to have access, he can access the document and read the document. But permission and authority to view and change the documented information, that's a different matter. That means somebody is allowed at a proper level, he is authorized by the organization to view the document and also change wherever, if any changes are required, he is authorized to carry out those changes. So such people have got to be duly authorized, and then only they can retrieve and they can change the documents, and they are authorized for doing so. Now note number 2 says, access to relevant documented information includes access by the workers and where they exist the workers' representatives. So both the categories of people, the workers and the workers' representatives, both are clearly authorized by the organization which documents they can have a look and which document they can refer and for what purpose. So the authorization has to be properly given by the organization to the workers who are authorized for a particular document to have a look and follow that document and carry out the process according to the documented system. And the workers' representatives also can have a view, have a look at that document, so that if they feel strongly that certain aspect has not been taken care, well, they can recommend that and the document can be duly amended by the relevant authority. So that's all in this requirement we have discussed in quite a detail. But still, if there is anything which is not clear to you, please give your note below this video and I'll try to clarify that aspect to you. And if you are liking my videos, please give me a thumbs up, give me a like, and also share my videos with your friends and colleagues. And please do not forget to subscribe to my channel and also press the bell icon so that as and when I load my videos, the information will reach you well in time and you will be able to see them without any delay. Thank you very much for watching my videos. Bye bye and see you soon next Sunday.